This chapter introduces the reader to the fascinating world of insects, highlighting their diversity, evolutionary adaptations, and ability to survive in virtually every environment on Earth. We briefly explore how they have evolved to become some of the most successful creatures on the planet, highlighting the variety of shapes, sizes, and behaviors that make them so unique. We end the chapter by raising a thought-provoking question. How do these tiny creatures manage to thrive in scorching deserts, frozen mountains, and even lightless caves? Get ready to discover the first of many extreme environments these insects dominate, a place where most creatures wouldn't survive more than a few minutes. In the second chapter, we delve into the desert, where temperatures can exceed 50 degrees during the day. We focus on insects such as the Namib desert beetle, which has developed an incredible ability to collect water directly from the air, and the Saharan silver ants, which are able to withstand extreme heat for short periods while hunting for prey. We look at how these insects cope with challenges such as dehydration, heat, and lack of food. Finally, we hint at the existence of insects that face the complete opposite, extreme cold. But what about when temperatures drop to the other extreme? In the next chapter, we'll discover insects that thrive where the cold is deadly. In this chapter, we explore how some insects survive in freezing temperatures, such as those found in the Arctic and Antarctic regions. We'll focus on the Arctic mosquito, which can survive sub-zero temperatures, and the curious cave cricket, which uses natural antifreeze in its blood. We'll learn about their survival mechanisms, such as their ability to stay active even when their surroundings freeze. The chapter ends with a tip about another extreme environment, the dark depths of the Earth. The eternal darkness also harbors incredible creatures. How about we explore the insects that live deep in the earth and caves? Here, we explore how insects have adapted to life in caves, where sunlight never penetrates. We focus on species such as the mole cricket and other insects that have evolved heightened senses to compensate for their lack of vision. We also discuss how they find food in such harsh environments. At the end of the chapter, we suggest that it's not just terrestrial environments that offer extreme challenges. Some insects can even thrive in marine environments. Imagine surviving underwater for long periods of time. How can insects adapt to this environment? Find out in the next chapter. This chapter focuses on aquatic insects, such as the giant water beetle and mosquito larvae, which breathe underwater or store air in bubbles. We explain how these insects are equipped to thrive in rivers, lakes, and even shallow seas, withstanding pressure, cold, and lack of oxygen. To connect with the next chapter, we bring up the question of how insects cope with another formidable challenge: altitude. Let's now climb the mountains to find out how insects survive at extreme altitudes where the air is thin and temperatures drop dramatically. In the sixth chapter, we focus on insects that live at high altitudes, such as Himalayan stoneflies, which can survive where the air is thin and temperatures fluctuate dramatically. We explore how these insects adapt to the lack of oxygen and extreme cold, as well as how they feed in areas with little vegetation. Finally, we suggest an even more extreme environment: the interior of tropical forests. Now we will travel from the icy mountains to the humid tropical forests, where insects also face impressive challenges. Here, we explore the rainforest, where intense humidity and predator pressure make survival a real challenge. We focus on insects like the bombardier beetle, which defends itself with a chemical blast, and leafcutter ants, which cultivate fungi as a food source. We explain how communication and teamwork are essential for many species. The next chapter takes readers to an equally harsh place: urban areas. But the challenges aren't limited to the wild. Let's find out how insects are surviving and even thriving in cities. Insects also find opportunities in urban environments, which present their own challenges. We'll talk about the cockroaches, termites, and ants that live all around us and how they've adapted their diets and behaviors to survive in human-built environments. Finally, we'll take a twist, exploring how some insects defy even Earth's boundaries and live in environments that seem otherworldly. What if we told you that some insects can survive in the vacuum of space? The next chapter reveals how some insects are defying even the laws of biology. In this chapter, we explore how some insects, such as the tardigrade, although technically not an insect, have managed to survive in space conditions, including vacuum and radiation. We explain the experiments that have been done with insects on space missions and how these challenging organisms open up new perspectives for space biology. In the end, we suggest that these tiny survivors have a huge impact on the future of our planet. And what does the future hold for these incredible insects? Let's end our journey with a reflection on their role in the future of Earth. In the final chapter, we looked at the role of insects on Earth in a future of climate change and environmental degradation. We discussed how the adaptations we've explored throughout the series can ensure the survival of these creatures, even on a drastically altered planet. We ended with a call to action, the importance of preserving ecological balance and protecting these creatures to ensure our own future. Insects are essential to life on Earth. Now that you know about their incredible adaptive capabilities, what can we do to ensure they continue to play their essential roles in ecological balance?